Hey guys, I'm Angelo from Surface2Air Sports, and I'm going to run you through the new 2026 Bataleon Goliath Plus. Okay guys, first up, please follow us on socials, subscribe to our channels, like and follow them, and share them to your friends, because obviously the more of you viewing these videos, the more likely we are to increase on them and make more going forward. So I really appreciate all the subscriptions to YouTube, TikTok, etc, but please go and hit that subscribe button so we can move forward. Okay, cool, so let's get into it. Well, Surface2Air Sports is owned by myself and run by myself as well. We're a ride-and-run store, which means we're really involved with snowboarding. We test every single product we sell at the European Snowboard Test. So I'm here today to talk you through what I feel about this board and hopefully why you should be buying it for 2026. So let's dive into it. The Goliath Plus, it's a high-end board from Bataleon. Has a few features that we get into like triple base, Sidekick, etc. But effectively, if you really want to run this board down, it's the Goliath on steroids. So if you already own a Bataleon Goliath, this is your next step. But let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so triple base. First thing, Bataleon boards have what's called 3BT, okay? It's a triple base technology. So the bases of their board, you have a normal camber, like you'd have on a snowboard, like a standard camber, which gives you the pop and the responsiveness. But you also have something called triple base. And basically what that is, it's where the base itself curves off slightly, okay? And that makes the initiation of the turn really easy. It makes the board super forgiving to ride, which is important, and very catch free. But the added bonus is you can really bomb it downhill. So when you straight line triple base technology, it's highly unlikely you're going to catch an edge unless you've completely lost your balance. But basically you can just bomb straight lines. It's very easy, very forgiving to ride. One thing that really stands out for me is when you're learning new tricks, 180s, 360s, it doesn't even have to be big stuff, but if you land on a normal snowboard and you land slightly off axis like that, your edge catches and you fall. And that's obviously a really painful landing. But with triple base, it almost pulls you straight because you get that. It's only like millimeters, but it makes a massive difference. It gives you that split second to correct your balance and ride away from something potentially you would have got injured on or fallen and hurt yourself. So that makes it really forgiving and easy to ride. And being lifted makes it great on the cat tracks. So you're less likely to catch an edge, or even worse, you know, when you start crabbing, there's nothing worse than that. But triple base makes all of those things effortless. Okay, let's talk about one of the most important things on a snowboard, okay? The thing that makes contact with the snow constantly, the base, okay? Now, with Bataleon, all of their boards run sintered bases, okay, not extruded base. So a sintered base holds wax twice as long as an extruded, is softer, but an extruded base is a lot more hard wearing, but a sintered base is a lot quicker. So it's really important to buy a snowboard with a sintered base, especially when you're looking at this kind of range. So make sure whatever board you end up buying has got a sintered base. But the Goliath Plus runs a nano high speed sintered base. Now this is a top of the range base, 7,000 grade. I think it's got the highest content of carbon you can get into a base. So it holds wax for a long time, which is good. Bataleon boards come pre-waxed, but that pre-wax won't last long. So just bear that in mind. But with regards to bases, it's really important to make sure that you can get the highest grade base for the buck that you're spending. Quite simply because the base is everything. That's what's touching the snow constantly, right? So this particular base, like I said, it's a 7,000 grade sintered base. It's super quick. And I think what you would really notice about this base, as opposed to other bases that I tried, is not the top end speed. Obviously that's rapid, and a lot of sintered bases it's fast, but it's the acceleration. The first 10-15 meters is mind blowing, and then you put that into perspective and you go, okay, why do I need such acceleration from a board? Why would I need that? Let's say, for example, you're with your mates and you see a kicker and you've got to traverse across to it, okay? if you traverse across and you're too low and you feel like, you know what, I haven't got enough run up to hit that kicker, to make that 180, that 360, whatever one I want to do, with this type of base, I guarantee you will. I guarantee you will. And also, not only do I guarantee you will, I guarantee you'll have to put a speed check in before you hit it, because the acceleration is mind-blowing. The first 10, 15 meters will blow your mind, I can assure you. Another feature for the Goliath Plus, which really enhances triple base, is Sidekick. Now, Sidekick's a very small area at the widest point of the board, and basically what this does, it exaggerates the uplift, and that gives you massive float in powder, which obviously everyone wants. So the beauty of Sidekick is it enables you to ride your board 3 or 4 centimeters smaller. So when you're on piste, it's really whippy and snappy and really easy to initiate a turn. And when you're on powder, you get a little bit more volume. So obviously it sprays up more and really lifts the nose out of the power. That makes a massive difference. And it's just basically here and here is the Sidekick. When you've got the board in your hand, you can physically see the change in the direction of the rail. But basically just these 2 widest points here, and what it does, it just exaggerates that triple base technology. It's called Sidekick, and it really makes toe side to hillside transition really floaty and easy to manage. You know, it feels effortless and natural is the best way to describe it. It really feels natural. You know, when you're learning something new and you can't physically see yourself, but you feel that you're doing it right. You feel you're doing it right. And that's exactly what Sidekick helps you do, basically. It helps you really flow from toe to hill, gives you that real endless wave kind of feel from your carving. Airride. Let's talk about Airride. So this feature here is one of my favorites about Bataleon boards. Boards that have Airride in, it is a complete game changer. Everyone talks about triple base technology and how good it is, and it is exceptional, let's be clear, okay? But Airride goes unnoticed. It is the dark horse in Bataleon boards. So basically what Airride is, you've got your full wood core as normal, and you've got some targeted channels in there, okay? And they're filled with urethane, like skateboard wheel material, for example. And what that does is, again, lightens the board, but it really reduces vibration. So if you like bombing or going quick, it really reduces the vibration underfoot, which again, increases and makes you more fatigued and gives you foot pain after a while. So that's a massive, massive feature. I love the way it does that. And what it feels almost like suspension for your snowboard. You know, your knees normally take everything, but them little bits of vibration your knees physically cannot take. So Airride really gives you that smooth ride that makes you feel more in control of your board, and also at the same point it feels like comfortable. So when you're charging hard and fast, you don't get that vibration. In turn, you don't feel like I better slow down there, because if I don't slow down, I'm going to fall down. And obviously that's a bad situation. So you want a super smooth ride, especially at speed. And that's exactly what Airride does in the Bataleon Goliath. Carbon array. So if you look closely at this board, it's a mixture between matte and gloss, and it's got a lot of translucent areas where you can actually see the carbon array in the board. What the carbon array does, it actually stiffens certain areas of the board. To give you an idea, I think the Goliath and the Goliath Plus, I think there's 1 grade of stiffness between the two. Obviously the Goliath Plus being slightly stiffer. So just bear that in mind. But you can physically see the carbon array through the board this year, which basically means you can see where your money's going. You can see the extra part of stiffness in this board over the standard Goliath. There's one other thing as well that I really want to bring your attention to, which is really cool, and that's the inserts, okay? Now, Bataleon had something called a backseat insert, so it's here. And what that enables you to do, you get up in the morning and it's dumped, there's loads of snow everywhere. You can literally just remove your binding, okay, and put it on the backseat inserts to really enhance that nose. Once you enhance that nose, you can just imagine the float you get. It will make a 157 feel like a 165 in powder. It's absolutely insane. It really helps the nose ride up. Together with triple base technology, it's effortless. It means no more burning your back leg after long runs in powder. It's all smiles, smiles, smiles on faces. Backseat inserts, major thing for the Goliath Plus for 2026. Super tubes. That might be something that you do or don't know about with Bataleon boards, but basically in the Goliath Plus, we have something called DRST, okay? And basically these are hollow tubes that they're milled into the core. It makes the board lighter, more poppy, and a lot more responsive. And particularly this board, the Goliath Plus, has a super tube running across here and across here, and then there's a slight gap here, and there's one here and here, and then here and here. And basically what that does is not only makes the board lighter and more responsive, but it really increases the pop and the edge hold. So if you're carving really hard and fast, that super tube really stiffens up that rail of the board. So your hillside carve or your toe side carve doesn't wash out. It's really, really solid, and almost the best way to describe it, it almost finishes the turn off for you. So super tubes is a really good thing to have in the Bataleon board, and there's a couple of different options on super tubes. I think there's 3 different ones, but the Goliath Plus has the best of the best. Basically, it has all 6 tubes. Some boards only have 2, some boards only have 1, but the Goliath Plus has here to here, here to here, and these areas as well. Really enhances the ride and the feel of the Goliath Plus. The wood core of the Goliath Plus, I won't delve into too much because I just bore you, but basically it's a 1 to 2 base, okay, on the popular and Polonial wood cores. Now Polonial is a really high-end wood. It's lighter, it's more responsive, that kind of stuff, and that gives a fuller all-round feel for the Bataleon Goliath Plus. So Goliath Plus 2026, who's it for? Is it your kind of snowboard? Okay, so let's work it out. This is an all-mountain directional twin snowboard. This will fit 95% of snowboarders out there. So there's a good chance that this is the board for you, okay? It comes in a number of sizes, a huge range of sizes. It comes in a 153, a 56, a 59, a 58 wide for the people with size UK 11 plus. Comes in a 61 wide as well, a 64 wide, and an absolute monstrous 167 wide as well. So it's a massive range of sizes. Park, all mountain, backcountry, Goliath Plus, all day long. So that's it for the Goliath Plus for 2026. If you're interested in this board or any other from the Bataleon range, give us a call. We've got a phone number on the screen, should be there now, our website, S2AS.com, or you can just reach out to us at any point on the chat. Now, we're here to help. We're a UK store. Obviously, we naturally sell this product as well, and we believe in it. So if you need any more information, you can put it in the comments below. We will monitor them and we will reply to them as well. Please remember to like and subscribe. The more of you to do that, the more of these videos we're going to do. So thanks very much for watching. I'm Angelo from Surface2Air Sports, and hopefully I'll see you out on the hill.